If you've heard of Migos, let us shed some knowledge on you. The rap trio first formed a rap group in 2009 and went by the name Polo Club. But it wasn't until their breakout single Versace in 2013 that the trio went on to become a known group. Together, Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff have helped change the face of hip-hop in the mainstream, thanks to hits such as Bad and Bougie and Motorsport. But the credit for their success isn't down to any one member. Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff each had something different to the collective sound of Migos. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to hear that they've all independently found success working away from the group too. However, today we'll shine some light on Quavo and tell you some secrets about this rapper that most of you wouldn't know about. If you're a true fan of Quavo, we're pretty sure some things on this list will leave you truly amazed. So without further delay, let's begin the journey. His favorite rapper is Jay-Z. Despite collaborating regularly to produce their own collective sound, each member of Migos favors a different rapper over the others. While Takeoff is mad for Kendrick Lamar and Offset is keen on Andre 3000, Quavo believes that Jay-Z is the greatest rapper right now. After finding solo success with 4 top singles on the Billboard Hot 100, is there ever a chance that Quavo would ever strike out on his own like his rap hero? The ties between the Migos rappers are stronger than most, but we wouldn't be surprised to hear Quavo move away from the group later down the line, channeling the energy fans have already heard in the likes of DJ Khaled's I'm the One and Post Malone's Congratulation. He has a crush on Nicki Minaj. #True Story. Quavo and Nicki Minaj collaborated on the track She's for Keeps, which was taken from Quality Control's compilation record Control the Streets Volume 1. In the promo, the pair shared more than just food during a romantic visit to a 50s-style diner. However, it turns out that the Atlanta rapper had his eye on Minaj long before then. Back in 2014, Quavo revealed in an interview that he had a crush on the super bass rapper, explaining how she looks like she can control somebody. The Migos star went on to describe Minaj in more detail and discuss his reasons for liking her, stating that, quote, "I feel like she's hood. I don't like my girls chasing me and stuff like that. I like to be the dog," end quote. While it's hard to tell whether the two have ever dated in secret, it's clear that Quavo still has a soft spot for Minaj, and he even tried to smooth over her beef with Cardi B. He has some of the sickest bling. Migos reportedly carried around some surprising accessories with them everywhere they go, including leather backpacks stuffed with cash. But Quavo in particular keeps some wild items in his luggage. Most notably, he owns a couple of chains that feature 2 of his favorite characters, Ratatouille's Remy and Yoda from Star Wars, and he also keeps an extra t-shirt around in case he makes a mess while eating. Who would have ever guessed that Quavo could be so practical? It's a family affair. Would you be surprised to know that the Migos trio are actually all related? Well, if you don't know, now you know. Offset is Quavo's cousin, while Quavo and Takeoff are uncle and nephew, respectively. Takeoff's mother was the matriarch who took on the responsibility of raising all 3 of them, Quavo told in an interview. Quote, "Takeoff's mama took care of everything, and us. We always stayed in the same house. We share everything," end quote, he said. While being uncle and nephew, both the rappers say that they are more like brothers, and they share the bond that is actually between brothers. Glad to know someone has got good terms with their family. He has had multiple run-ins with the law. Most fans already know that each member of Migos were arrested during a concert in April 2015, charged with possession of narcotics, firearms, and marijuana. The majority of these charges were dropped, and Quavo ended up just paying a fine for possession of marijuana, but Offset spent 8 months in prison. Since then, Quavo has been accused of robbing a famous jeweler called Eric the Jeweler at a Grammys after-party. But it turns out that the Migos star is most embarrassed by a crime he admits to committing way back in the day when he was just 17. Even though he could have just paid for them, Quavo decided to steal 12 socks from Macy's to prove that he was quote-unquote hot, but has admitted since that he regrets the crime. For all the kids out there, the man said it himself, he regrets the crime, so make sure y'all stay in the right lane. Quavo is an actor? During his acceptance speech at the 2017 Golden Globes, Donald Glover gave a shout out to Migos for recording the track Bad and Bougie, which he describes as the best song ever. It's no coincidence that Glover thought of Migos at this moment, as Quavo appeared on his show, Atlanta, in the first season episode, Go for Broke. The young star might have played himself on the show, but Quavo still managed to steal every scene he's in with some surprisingly impressive timing. While rap remains his first love, Quavo has started writing a movie script for Migos to star in. The trio also expressed interest in voicing the hyenas for Disney's remake of The Lion King. Unfortunately, despite a lot of support from the fans, Quavo and his posse were not able to get the gig, even though they auditioned for it. Most influential rapper of 2014. Back in 2014, Migos hadn't been on the scene for long, but that didn't stop Complex from singling out Quavo as the most influential rapper of the year. While the outlet admits that Offset is typically seen as the best rapper of the group, Complex argued that Quavo is more influential because of his rhythmic patterns, which helped popularize a new and distinctive flow in the mainstream. Since the release of Versace, notable stars such as Drake, Future, and even Kanye West have all utilized the same distinctive triplet patterns that characterizes most of Quavo's flow. He almost became a football player. In the same year that Migos was formed, Quavo still played football in high school and had a promising future in the world of sports. During his senior year at Berkmar High School, Quavo's coach commended his ability as a starting quarterback, and he went on to hold the record for most passes in one game. Despite his talent on the field, Quavo dropped out of school a few months before graduating, but has since showcased his athletic talent at the 2018 NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, earning the honor of MVP, and at a celebrity flag football game over the weekend where he captained fellow rappers like Lil Yachty and 21 Savage.